I asked you that. And just on your lobbying piece, we've always supported the lobbying efforts from here around the capital city's budget in particular and about giving the Met more money in general. That's why I'm asking this question.
I'm really pleased he said the last thing. Look, so the evidence is the Assembly, the Tory Assembly's care, right? So they've been lobbying. But there's been now his current leader is jumping in to defend him.
Thank you, Chair, and happy Hanukkah to all those celebrating Hanukkah. Happy Christmas to all of Assembly members and the Mayor and your families as well. I hope you have a safe and fun and wonderful time. Mr. Mayor, let's just quickly talk about policing for just 1 second. I don't think it's fair, Mayor, to say that we don't care. You're looking at in me, someone who's been a youth worker for over 35 years. One of my colleagues here used to work for a project that was funded by the VRU. So while we disagree politically, that's fine, but I don't think it's right to cast aspersions like that because it simply isn't true. Mayor, the police commissioner made it quite clear that the funding gap was £450 million that he would need to provide the services that he's been asked to provide by you, us and everybody else. Can you confirm to me that you've made it your New Year's resolution to ask the government for that amount of money to fill that gap? Have you done that?
Well, can I wish Lord Bailey, you and your family a very happy Christmas and a really peaceful New Year. Look, I think what Londoners want to see is evidence of the care you're talking about. By the lobbying over the last 14 years, successive Home Secretaries, successive Chancellors, successive Prime Ministers, many on close first-name terms with members of the Assembly, often, going to parties together and all the rest of it and stuff. We would hope to see evidence of the lobbying for additional funds for youth clubs, for youth workers, for police officers, for police stations, and evidence of that lobbying being successful in relation to the lobbying. That will be evidence of care. What Londoners have seen is, the Met Police budget cut by £1.2 billion over the last 14 years. There's a change of government. Suddenly they care about budgets for the police. Suddenly they want 14 years' worth of cuts reversed in one budget. We've had for the last 8 years lobbying for additional funds for the national and international capital cities grant. Within 5 months, what has this government done? They've increased the NIC by 34%. Within 1 year, a 34% record increase. London hasn't seen an increase of that number for more than 10 years. Never in my experience as... that's evidence of a Home Secretary that cares. Mr. Mayor, and the evidence of lobbying.
Mr. Mayor,
and now he's interrupting.
Mr. Mayor, you know I'm under time pressure. I asked you, had you asked for the £450 million that the Met Police Commissioner made quite clear that he needed? That's all I asked you. I asked you that. And just on your lobbying piece, we've always supported the lobbying efforts from here around the capital city's budget in particular and about giving the Met more money in general. That's why I'm asking this question.
I'm really pleased he said the last thing. Look, so the evidence is the Assembly, the Tory Assembly's care, right? So they've been lobbying. But there's been now his current leader is jumping in to defend him.
Neil, don't. Please, okay. Mr. Mayor.
Let me respond. I'm not sure who's helping who, Chair.
Listen, Mr. Mayor. I just want to be clear. Everybody knows what you're doing, right? And you're filibustering and all the rest of that. But I'm asking you a serious question. Remember, I'm interested in policing because I've been a youth worker for 30-odd years, and I watch people of my community get murdered on the regular. That's why I'm asking you. The Met Commissioner asked for 450 million quid. Did you ask for it? That's all I'm asking. Did you ask for that money? That's all.
Let me respond to the last two questions if I can, Chair. So the assertion is that the Tories care. There's been zero increase in NIC over the last 8 years. That must mean that the Tory government didn't care because they didn't increase NIC over the last 8 years. Well, let me tell you compare and contrast. This government have increased the NIC by 34%. Evidence both of the Mayor caring because he's lobbied for it, and the Home Secretary, a Labour one,
did you ask for the 400? Come on, Sadiq. But seriously, you've said that twice. We get it. You've made a joke. The Tories don't care. You've got your point across. Did you, in your role as Mayor of London, ask for the 450 million pounds that the Met Commissioner said he needed? That's what I'm asking. Just say yes or no.
We have been lobbying, both the Commissioner and myself, for additional resources for City Hall. Both the Commissioner and myself accept you're not going to get in one budget a reversal of 14 years of cumulative cuts. And so both of us not only have we been lobbying for additional funds for London for 25-26, but we're also going to be working together to put the Met Police Service on a long-term sustainable footing in the SR that will take place in spring of next year.
Did you ask for £450 million?
Oh, the Home Office are well aware of the shortfall.
Did you ask for £450 million?
The Home Office are well aware, which is why I lobbied for and asked for the gap to be closed by the
Could we
government.
see any correspondence you had asking for that amount of money? Or any amount?
I'm more than happy, Chair, for any correspondence that's normally made public to be made public.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Let's move on. Let's talk about housing. Another New Year's resolution that I really hope that you can fulfil. You regularly, for years, asked the previous government for £4.9 billion annually extra for your funding budget. They eventually gave you 8.82 in funding over the last period. Have you asked the current government for that amount of money?
I think the member may be conflating the budget and the SR. Let me just explain to him the way it works.
No, please don't. I'm not conflating either of those things. I do not want you to answer. I want you. Let me make the question simple.
Please, yeah.
I'll make it simple.
I'm not very good at making it simple.
Assembly member.
Have you asked your government for £4.9 billion for housing annually? Have you? Yes or no?
Okay, let me take him through it. So the way it works, Chair, is you have budgets every year, and then you have a multi-year announcement from the government around the comprehensive spending review. So this government was elected in July last year, and they had a budget for 1 year for 25-26 announced. The Affordable Homes Programme that I think he's referring to, but I'm not sure. The Affordable Homes Programme is for a number of years, and we've had 2 of those because I've been in there for a number of years. Now, the Affordable Homes Programme isn't announced until later on next year. So I think his question is, although I'm not sure, you can't ever really be, are we going to be asking for a significant sum of money when it comes to the next Affordable Homes Programme, which is around the SR time? The answer is yes. And the good news is, notwithstanding the SR some time away, in this year we've got an additional £100 million that we weren't expecting that goes into the Affordable Homes Programme 2021 to 2026. That's £100 million we weren't expecting. Because of our successful lobbying, we've got it.
To be clear, because the mayor has been so patronising and hasn't taken me seriously, he has been patronising, Len, come on, seriously, he has been. He's been enjoying being patronising. I'm very clear that you asked for £4.9 billion every year additionally. That's what you said London needed annually to achieve the housing that it needed to build. I just want to know how much you expect to get from the government. What is your ambition? What have you written for? What have you asked for? When you talk about the affordable housing project, how much have you asked for, not how much you hope to get?
When it comes to the submission next year, I'll be making those public and we'll be asking for billions of pounds from the government.
How many billions of pounds?
He's asked me to preempt a submission I may make in June. I'm more than happy to make it public in June or to make the submission.
Look, housing is our biggest challenge apart from crime. We just want a clear answer for you. We want to know that you have the ambition. You constantly badger our government for money. Fair enough, I get it, it's your job. But we are worried now that you're not going to stand up for London because you don't want to embarrass the government because they won't give you as much as you used to ask for. So are you going to ask the question, are you going to ask for the same amount that you've always asked for to achieve the kind of housing numbers we need in London? Or are you going to not represent London, not stand up for London and ask for less?
Well, the thesis of his question would make more sense
as a New Year's resolution.
Thank you, Assembly Member.
I think lots of mulled wine's been drunk this morning, Chair. I think the thesis of his question would make more sense had we had nothing from the government in the last 5 months when it comes to housing. When it comes to housing alone, we've had the green light on more than 300 homes at Cockfosters Station, paused by the previous government. We've had a top-up of the Affordable Homes Programme of £100 million. We've had the Secretary of State lifting the restrictions placed on the previous London plan.
Sorry, Mr.
And we've had an assurance that the infrastructure levy is so important.
I'm going to have to interrupt you because my time.
It's going to be removed.
I need to end there. I'm sure we can pick this up in paperwork afterwards. Thank you, Chair.